Glen Highland Trail. I think we do the Highland Trail.
Well, where's your map on your phone? Ganoga Glen might be the first big
So, but I guess what I'm thinking, this is the loop. So if we go this way, it's going to come back here.
Right.
And if we go this way, it'll come back here.
This way.
Okay, so, I mean, right? It's a loop, so we can't get lost.
This is the steepest part.
I say it's a loop, so we can't get lost.
Well,
but I tend to get lost a lot, so. Look at this. Look, this trail is so cool. I mean, it looks like, I guess the water just kind of rushes through here and creates sort of almost like a channel. We got some steps here. Oh yeah, look at this. Simply beautiful. And what's nice about this is you can get really close. I really should have put my hiking boots on. These steps are slippery. So Tony and I were just talking about these rocks that are on this trail, whether or not they were actually placed here. And Tony said he believes they were. Maybe the Romans put them here, Tony.
I think they did.
I tend to agree with Tony. They look like they were placed here to create the trail.
Right, I think it's just mud here.
Which is really, really nice. Pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Oh my gosh, we're coming up on another falls. Holy schmoly. We are coming up on another waterfall. Look at this, Tony. That is beautiful. If you're into waterfalls, Rickett's Glen is the place to be. Beautiful. It's one fall after another, this place. I think we're coming up on another one, Tony.
Look at this.
You got to be careful because it's so mesmerizing how beautiful these falls are that as I step close to this edge, you don't want to stop looking down. These are beautiful. Look at the tree, Tony, hanging over the edge. Now, we seem to be on a little switchback, so I'm hoping this will take us down to those falls again, which I believe it is because I see people up ahead. Ganoga. So I'm thinking these are the Ganoga Falls. And I'd really like to head up this way, but...
Oh, this is Ganoga. Yeah, I think this is the biggest one, Ganoga.
Kind of says do not enter.
Well,
I might be able to just walk down a little bit. I'm going to walk back a little bit anyway. Because it's not dangerous here. It's just a nice trail. And I think this is probably the way we're going to get the best view of this waterfall. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is amazing. This is just beautiful. Nothing like waterfalls to just fix your mood. All right, making our way down where we can get a really nice view of these falls. We are not alone, but that's okay. So check this out, everybody cleared out right by the time we got here, and we got the place to ourselves now. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I'd be able to get this close. Woo! Look at that. Oh my God. So this is about as close as I can get from being directly in front of what I believe is Ganoga Falls. All right, so now I'm under this little rock shelter. And the lens is probably getting wet at this point. Alright, so we are back on the trail, and we're mostly heading down, so that would tell me if it's a loop, we'll be heading up. So that's when the real workout's going to come in. And right now I'm going to say it's about 70, 75, 76 degrees. I think it's supposed to go up to 90, so hopefully we'll be done before that happens. But I will say this, it's incredibly humid, very muggy. It's one thing about summertime hiking on the East Coast. It is muggy, very humid. Walking along this edge. Never a dull sight here. You know, I mean, hey, listen, I love hiking and I like the whole walking, getting some exercise and just being out in nature. But sometimes you get on a hike that gets a little boring sometimes. This one never does. But you have to stay conscious of where you're stepping because these rocks do get slippery.
Look at that big chunk.
Yeah.
That's a big slab.
And we're coming up on, I guess, another waterfall.
Yeah.
I think I read there's 21, like, waterfalls on this trail. I mean, is that possible? maybe the whole 7 mile hike.
Yeah,
But 21, and again, I don't always know what constitutes a waterfall and what is like a cascade.
The one back there where it was like, that was probably.
There's something very artsy about the root system of a tree. I just find little things like that really cool. All right, we're going to be able to get real close to this cascade or waterfall or whatever you want to call it. Again, slippery rocks. Leading right up to another waterfall. This place is, I think I've said this like 10 times already, but this place is really beautiful. Coming up on a nice little wooden bridge. So I call this a salamander, but I'm not sure that's what it is. But it's beautiful. Bright orange. It's actually the first one I saw this year. We are headed to another waterfall. Another beautiful waterfall. This one's a little tricky as far as getting to it. Still working our way along this trail. I mean, I could turn my camera every 10 steps and see something like that. That's what I mean when I say how beautiful this is. It doesn't get boring at all. I mean, unless waterfalls bore you. Then I guess it would be a little boring after a while. This waterfall is huge. And we can get kind of close from the top. That is simply a beautiful picture. Definitely have to beware. It says it's a moderate trail, which it is, but I don't know if it's because it rained, but everything is slippery. But I'm kind of thinking it would always be slippery here. So it may be a moderate trail, but you do have to be careful. I've been on plenty of trails that were labeled as hard that I didn't worry about them at all. But here, I've almost slipped a couple times. Up on a nice bridge, and Tony is checking something out. We got this huge rock. The Glen's natural area. The historic site as of August 21st, 1935. I don't know what it is. As I'm walking along throughout this park, I feel like I'm in a fairy tale. It just has a very I don't know, nursery rhyme maybe, fairy tale, fantasy. So I tend to talk a lot in my videos, and I think that's just because I'm a chatty type person. But this is the type of video, I think, and the type of trail, it's best just to have some quiet. I'm trying hard not to talk. We're just going to enjoy the scenery for a while. All right, so this says B. Reynolds. So I'm thinking this is the B. Reynolds Falls. And what's really nice, it feels like it's like 60 degrees now because it's all shade. The sun doesn't even creep through here. Oh my God. Oh wow, check this out. Now that is wonderful. Oh, we are getting our workout today, Tony. Oh my God. My legs are screaming. It literally is just one waterfall after another. I know I've said that like, what, 15 times? Tony?
What?
Look at this, Tony.
What is it? Oh my gosh, a well.
No, I mean, isn't that kind of cool?
Yes.
What? So that's erosion?
Yes,
Because of the water?
partially erosion, probably some freeze and thaw.
But why here? I just find things like that so interesting, and I want to learn more about how
I'm
that
sure
happens.
that's-
I guess it's just from water,
You can
right?
tell the smoothness of it is worn by
Yeah,
water.
but it's just kind of weird.
But it might have cracked.
If you could fill that up with some nice,
Drinking water
yeah,
for your
some
horse.
iced tea or Gatorade, wouldn't that be
Your
nice?
horse.
So this is beautiful in a whole different way. We are on the Highland Trail, which I guess is part of what they call the Falls Trail, right? I guess
It's like a triangle.
it's a way to do a loop.
It joins the
But these rocks are really cool, Tony. See how you can just kind of. This is like, I always think of these things as like a playground. So after a little hike, I'm tired, but I do enjoy like rock scrambling around things like this.
There's the
Midway crevasse. Is that French?
I imagine it sounds like it, doesn't it?
All right, there you go. The Midway crevasse.
How do you get out of it?
Oh, this is cool, Tony.
That is cool. Very similar to that down there, you know? Somewhere else.
Very cool walking through little rock tunnels like this. So this just like drops off. Little cliff here.
That fence is dropped. Oh, that's a long drop.
Oh, sheesh. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah,
Tony, we don't want to fall from
you
there.
want to grab onto that
How many
tree.
feet down do you think that is?
I don't know. You're 5 foot.
Why don't you jump? We'll see.
Yeah, it's a long drop down there.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'm kind of loving this trail now. I mean, I know the waterfalls and all are really cool, but it's like so many waterfalls. It's like waterfall overkill.
Yeah, I like
Whereas this is kind of nice. Little different scenery.
Yeah, the rock formations are cool.
All right, so I think I'm just going to end my video here. We saw so many waterfalls. So if you're into waterfalls, you definitely have to check this out. It's Rickett's Glen Falls Trail Loop, and it's 4.1 miles. So we saw a lot of waterfalls, which were beautiful, and I kind of like the trail here as well. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much.